Many of the most popular houseplants out there are in fact toxic for our pets. Plants like the peace lily, the golden pothos and heartleaf philodendron can all cause problems for those lovable little freeloaders that we share our living space with. A lot of these plants contain something called calcium oxalate crystals. These are microscopic needle-like crystals inside the plant tissue. If a pet chews the leaves of these plants, it can cause severe irritation in the mouth, drooling and stomach pains. Now the good news is that there are many beautiful plants out there that are widely considered safe for our pets. So we don't need to sacrifice that lovely bit of greenery we've got in our house. We just need to make wise decisions on what type of greenery we choose. So today I'm going to show you 10 great pet-safe houseplants that you can find easily in most garden centres. And you know what? This video was actually inspired by you guys, a viewer who asked for some suggestions on pet-safe houseplants. And I thought, you know what? After replying to that comment with a few suggestions, I thought this would make an excellent topic for a video. So without much more delay and waffle, let's dive right in. And the first plant that we've got on our list is the humble spider plant. This plant is truly a classic. It's one of the most easiest and forgiving houseplants that you can grow. It handles a bit of neglect, it grows well in bright, indirect light, and it only really needs watering when the soil has dried out a little. One of the real enjoyable things about spider plants is how easy they are to propagate. They send out little runners that have little plantlets on them, which many people refer to them as babies, and you can just pluck those little plantlets off, as I did. I saw this growing outside someone's house and I just snipped off a little plantlet and stuck it in my bag, and I planted it then when I got home. I think I'll put this in my office, and that way if my parakeets decide to have a little nibble, well, I'll not be worried that they're going to get intoxicated by it. You notice the fat tuber-like roots in the spider plant? Well, that's what helps it to deal with drought, and that's why you don't want to really overwater it. Just water it when it starts getting a little bit dry. So if you were looking for a tough, resilient, beginner-friendly plant, well, the spider plant is one hard plant to beat. Next on our list, we have the Aroca Palm. It's a great plant if you want something a bit larger to add a nice bit of green to your room to brighten it up. Those beautifully feathery fronds that give a nice tropical look indoors. Aroca palms do best in bright, indirect light and prefer their soil to stay lightly moist but not waterlogged. They're fairly easy growing and widely available, which make them a great choice for homes with pets. Third, we've got the African violet. If you're looking for that rare plant that will flower indoors, well, the African violet is for you. And these little plants produce lovely flowers in shades of purple and pink and white. They kind of remind me of a cross between a pansy and an orchid, because the flowers have got that thickness of an orchid and a little bit of a shape of a pansy. It's truly a lovely looking plant. They grow nice and compact that'll look great on a windowsill. They like bright, indirect light and slightly moist soil, and many people prefer to water them below on the tray to keep the water maybe off the centre, off of the leaves, to avoid any maybe fungus issues. They're considered pretty safe for pets, which makes them an excellent addition for your home. Next, we've got Calatheas, which are often referred to as prey plants. These are known for their beautiful patterned leaves and striking colours, which makes them very popular as a decorative houseplant. You can think of the peacock plant, which is real stunning with its patterned leaves, semi-translucent. It's a real stunner and eye-catcher. They prefer bright and indirect light and enjoy a bit of humidity, so they do well in a kitchen or a bathroom. They'd appreciate a little misting from time to time. They can be a little bit more particular than some of the other plants on this list, but their foliage definitely makes them a worthwhile addition. They're unusual and could be a little talking point for when you invite people over.
Right on. Right on.
Next, we have Haworthias. If you like succulents, well, Haworthias, they're ever so succulent.
It is so succulent, so succulent.
Poppy likes his Haworthias. The thing is that many succulents can actually be toxic for your pets. But Haworthias are generally considered safe. These small, compact, slow-growing plants are extremely drought-tolerant and perfect for desks, windowsills or small spaces. Haworthias also come in a lot of different varieties, some with zebra stripes, others with almost translucent leaf tips, so there's quite a bit of variety if you like collecting them. They're like bright light and only need watering occasionally when the soil has started to dry out a little bit. In sixth place, we have the Boston Fern, also known as the sword fern. Boston ferns are another classic house plant that is safe for our pets, and let's face it, they look magnificent if you want that lovely lush forest floor feel. They have lots of soft arching fronds that look great in hanging baskets or decorative pots. Ferns prefer indirect light and like their soil to stay constantly moist. They also appreciate a bit of humidity and will appreciate you giving them a nice mist occasionally to keep them looking vibrant and lush. Next we have Peperomia obtusifolia, the latter word meaning blunt-leafed in Latin, which obviously refers to its rounded leaf tips. It's a beautiful, compact, vibrant little houseplant with thick, glossy leaves. Peperomias remain relatively small and compact and are very easy to grow, making them perfect for small spaces. They prefer bright, indirect light and don't need frequent watering since they store a lot of moisture within their leaves. They're an excellent low-maintenance option for pet owners. The next plant we have is the Parlor Palm, another beautiful, lush-looking plant that is safe for our pets. This plant has actually been grown indoors since the Victorian times and is well known for tolerating low light conditions. It grows slowly and doesn't need a lot of attention, which make it an excellent choice for apartments and places that don't get a lot of light. Next up, we have the Phelinopsis Orchid. Many people are surprised to learn that orchids like Phelinopsis are considered pet friendly. These orchids produce elegant, beautiful blooms that can last for several months at a time. They prefer bright, indirect light and only need watering occasionally, usually once the potting medium starts to dry out and you don't see humidity within those see-through pots. They're a beautiful plant, especially when they're in bloom, and they can add a lovely splash of colour to that room. And the last plant that we have in our list, and make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm just going to get that in there right now while I've got you. The last but not least is the Ponytail Palm. And despite the name, it isn't actually a palm and it doesn't have a ponytail. It's actually more closely related to succulents and stores water in its swollen trunk, which I'm sure you would have probably figured that out when you've been looking at this and looking at that massive bottle gourd shaped trunk that it boasts. This means that it's extremely drought tolerant and very forgiving for you forgetful yellow thumbs out there, because you guys do exist. You just got to own it at this point and lean into it. Get yellow thumb plants that don't require so much extensive care. It's also a super quirky looking plant, and this is another plant I want to get, and I think it might look nice in my office for the birds to hang around, to climb onto it. I had to take a plant out of my office recently. They are Dracaena, which are known for being pretty toxic because my budgies kept sitting on it and pecking away at the leaves incessantly. I couldn't stop them. So I might actually replace it with a cool, funky, quirky looking Ponytail Palm. So there you have it. 10 household plants that are considered pretty safe and sound for your lovable little freeloaders that you can find widely available at most garden stores and centres. Now I'd love to hear what you guys have got to say. Do you have a problem in general with your pets chewing your plants? Let us know in the comments. And be sure to check out the video that's just popped up here. 10 plants that you want to avoid if you have pets. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, and make sure you give the video a little like as well. It would be lovely to get to 1 million subscribers one day. It sounds a little far away, but it would be nice before I'm old and grey and only good enough for Glue Factory. Until next time, I'll see you later.